Good morning, good afternoon. This is Percy Jones, and good evening. First off, I want to thank all those who are following me and who will continue to follow me as I post my videos on YouTube about I am that guy with my guardian angel. This is my second one that I'm going to do today. I went to the area where the house that we lived in burned down. There's a mobile home there, and the people sitting out on the porch and stuff like that. So I'm not going to be able to shoot that because, that's not part of what I intend to show. So I will ride by and video the trees that Milton and I sit up in trees, because those are significant things that happen. And so today, second thing that I'm going to talk about, I will start out by some of these things that we did while we was there, and then I will end with the incident. So, we moved there. I was 7 years old, 8 years, I think, and Milton was 9. We stayed there two years, basically. But there was a lot of things that happened because at that age, time seemed to take forever. First, I think in the third grade, I had an opportunity to do my first stand-up presentation. It was a Christmas parade, and the teacher had given me like 2 lines to recite when I come. And so it was a lodge up the street from us now, which is a church. And I'm all excited. I knew the numbers back and forward. So as soon as he calls my name, I run up to the front, and when I turned around to say my part, I froze. And the teacher is giving me helpful hints and saying words, but nothing came to my mind, nothing. Everything was just totally blank. Maybe it was stage fright. My mom was there. Maybe that was what bothered me. All I know is I forgot everything I knew at the moment. Did that impact me for the future? I don't know. It could have. Early in life, I was shy. I made it a point to work on that, taking courses and classes and doing things that were required that I taught. But as I continue, Milton and I, they had a couple of trees out there in front of the house. We used to get up in the trees, and our road is off the main road. There's another main road about less than a quarter mile away, and we could see the cars, and we'd be out there, claiming this car. This is my car, that's my car. That's what we did until it got dark. And when it got dark, you had to go in the house. So one of the things that I remember, when I was in the tree, we was talking about cars, and when I grew up, I set a goal. I know nothing about goal setting, but I set a goal. I said, when I become an adult, when I become a man, I want to make $25,000 a year. When I get that number from, I had no idea. I'm 8 years old, I have no idea. But that's what I stated. I wanted to own my own house, and I wanted to have a lot of cars. Fast forward, I've had more than one house, more than 2 houses. I've had enough cars that I could start my own used car lot. So I did achieve my goal, which is very interesting. Life is a exciting thing. And again, with this one, we're gonna got people passing by. I think that was the sheriff that passed by there. And but I don't know if he's coming back or not, but he kept going. The other sheriff. So I'm getting a lot of activity going on, but as I continue, this particular incident that happened at this particular house is different than the first one. So just paint the picture. So Pop, he worked in Norfolk, which is like 50 miles away. He stayed there all weekend, only came on the weekend. So during the week, his mom and Milton, my older brother, myself, Larry, Mary, Francis, Buddy, I don't know if Buddy had been born at that time. Yes, he did. He was a baby. Buddy was the baby. So all of us are, little nappy-head kids. And my mom was not a big person. My mom was like 4'9", 4'11", something like that, small built person. So this particular night, I wake up in the middle of the night, I had to use the bathroom. So now, to describe the house is like a 2-room shack. There's one room where we had 2 beds, the heater, and some chairs and stuff like that. And then the other room was like the kitchen area with a dining table and a stove that my mom cooked on. And that was it. So we, you know, we didn't have bathroom, outside bathroom. I'm sorry, we didn't have inside bathroom. We had pots that we used at night. And so this particular night I woke up, I don't know, late, and I had to go to the bathroom, so the pot was in the kitchen. As I walk in the kitchen, because it's dark, because you know we don't burn a lot of electricity. We try to burn candles, so I would have to go to the bathroom because you can, the sunlight. I mean, sorry, the moonlight. You can see things. As I walk into the kitchen area, there is a man crouched down in the window, in the process about to come into the house. I scream, run back in the room. Mom gets up. She go checks. Nobody's there. I can, you know, and I remember the incident, and I never gave it a lot of thoughts until one week I was some event, and they were talking about life happening things and what possibly get, and so they asked to think of something that happened that could have gone absolutely ridiculously wild and all that kind of stuff. And I thought about that. And so you can imagine that, like I said, my mom is a small lady. And we all 5, 6, 7 years old. Oldest maybe 9. Some man come in, you know, it could go all kinds of directions, So my guardian angel, again, whether it would be my mom, well, as I was saying in the first video, we all have our personal guardian angel. And so something woke me up at night. Normally, I don't even get up at night to go to the bathroom. I remember doing it because I was always scared of the dark, you know, so I'm not going to get up. And so, at this particular time, I got up. And so, what could have happened? We don't know. What did happen with the man, we never knew who it was. We went into the room. That particular window, we had not been able to open it since we got there. And just a lot of different directions could have gone, but it didn't. We were protected. I'm alive today. It's like 60-something years past since that happened, probably more than that. But I'm not going to tell you that because at some point in the future I will be posting a contest about trying to figure out my age. Life has been wonderful. So I am going to walk around. I'm going to do a change. So everybody hold for a second, because what I'm going to try to do is when I go by the house, I'm going to video the trees and stuff like that. And if I can figure out a way to insert the pictures, I will do that. But in the meantime, let me do this. It's Percy. I am that guy, my guardian angel. You know, I figure if I change hats and, you know, present myself differently, it will give the impact that I've gone to 2 different places. So that's why I did this. So anyway, I'm just gonna have fun with this. I do understand that I have this protection. There are many stories I will tell you as the future continue. So follow me here on YouTube. I am that guy with my guardian angel. I will be posting everything out to the family, to all my friends and family, all my tax clients, my insurance clients, and starting tomorrow, which is Sunday. And just pass it around. Signing off. Again, thank you for following me. Look forward to more videos. Look for fun things, you know, because I've always laughed. Laughing has got me in trouble. I won't tell you a story about the one in the military, but I remember when I was a kid, people say you're always laughing. So I laughed a lot. Again, so I'm signing off, but you can always reach out to me at I am that guy percy@gmail.com. Maybe we can have another visit. I got an audience today. All kind of folks coming to see my video. So I got an audience in the background. So again, Percy Jones signing off. Have a great day. Bye-bye.